Hey guys, welcome back to Ace Recaps. Today I'm going to be explaining a 2023 Japanese fantasy adventure film titled Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. The movie starts off as we watch Akira try and escape a horde of zombies. Even though his life is on the line, he's still concerned about being late for work. The movie then takes us back to a year before the incident. We watch Akira suit up and head off to his first day of work. He used to be a football player in college and was a star athlete. Now, he's landed his dream job and is excited to start this new journey. He greets everyone on his way and introduces himself to all his colleagues. The director of the company is happy to have him on board and his boss Kasugi welcomes him to the company. Otori, a beautiful woman, introduces herself as his senior and Akira starts taking a liking to her. That night, they all share a beer together and Akira is more excited than ever as he thinks it's the best place to work. His dream soon turns into a nightmare when Kasugi orders everyone to get back to work. He doesn't think much of this and does as he's told since overtime is quite common in the country. His colleagues and boss soon start piling up more and more work on his desk and a whole day passes. He spent 2 days in a row at the company without even going home. People rest there, bathe there and keep working day and night. When he finally gets to go home, he's exhausted and just goes straight to bed. He asks Kasugi about the marketing poster for the aquarium company he's heading and the guy just seems to be a big jerk. Weeks go by like this and he meets his best friend Kenichi for a drink. He whines and asks for his advice, but Kenichi doesn't seem to be bothered and is always on his phone. The both of them get into a serious argument and never speak again. The one good thing about his job is Otori. She's kind to him and tells him to take a break whenever needed. Akira finds her kindness flattering and starts having feelings for the woman. A year goes by and Akira is sick and tired of his job. Even though his boss is a jerk, he doesn't have the guts to quit. As he stands by the subway, he thinks about jumping onto the tracks so he never has to go back to his horrid job ever again. As this is happening, we see a zombie walk past him. The next morning, he gets ready to go to work and spots his landlord feasting on another human. He runs away and is chased by a large horde of zombies. He's still worried about getting to work on time and manages to get to the terrace. The zombies still make it up and he climbs a fence to safety. There he looks onto the city and sees the entire place wreaking havoc. The reality of the situation finally hits him and he's glad that he doesn't have to go to work. He screams and celebrates the apocalypse because he's finally free. He checks on Otori and she sends him her location. Akira climbs down the building and runs into a pregnant couple. He promises to bring them back some supplies and heads on his way. With a smile on his face, he gets on a bicycle and heads off to meet his dream woman. All the surrounding zombies chase him, but this is when he uses his athletic strength to outrun them. As he gets to her building, he sees her door left open. He walks in and spots Otori on the floor. She points at a zombie in the room who's actually the chairman of their company. She's been sleeping with him and this breaks Akira's heart. He still fights off the zombie and pushes it against the wall. Otori comes up to him and bashes his head in claiming that he promised to leave his wife for her. The woman soon falls to the ground and the transformation process begins. She trembles, squeaks and her bones make an eerie noise while Akira watches in horror. He cries, proclaims his love for her and bolts out the apartment. That night, when he climbs back up his building, he notices the pregnant couple gone and their apartment ravaged with blood all over. He sits by his bed reminiscing about his life. He comes to the conclusion that if he can't live his life the way he wants, he's better off as zombie food and comes up with a bucket list of things to do before he dies. Something's finally gotten him excited about living life with nothing holding him back. The next day, he cleans his room and goes to the grocery store and picks up the most expensive items. All the while cutting things off his list. He colors his hair but realizes he looks good with his natural hair color. He even spray paints his face on top of a skyscraper and collects many different fireworks from a nearby store. As he cycles through the city, zombies chase him and he comes across a motorcycle. That night, he lights up all the fireworks by a tower and celebrates his long-lost freedom. By day 4, most of the items on his bucket list are completed and he decides to have some beer and grill a steak on his terrace. Since he's out of sauce, he goes to the grocery store once more. He hears some noise and is kicked down by a woman in a helmet. Shizuka is an independent woman trying to survive the apocalypse on her own. Suddenly someone cries for help and Akira rushes in. The zombies enter the store and Shizuka uses her fighting skills to take down the zombies. Akira invites her to stay with him, but she ignores his request, calling him a child for helping others in this dire situation. That night, Akira recalls his best friend Kenichi and decides to give him a call. He's glad to hear that his friend is alive but unfortunately is trapped in a love hotel, surrounded by zombies. He's positive he has no way out of there and is going to die soon. Akira, listening to this, decides to try and rescue Kenichi even if it costs him his life. He gets on his bike and avoids all the tackling zombies. As he gets to the crowded place, he plays a song on a speaker and distracts the creatures. He runs through the horde with his football skills and manages to outsmart them all. He tackles a zombie into the wall at the hotel and finally gets to his friend. The both of them run past the zombies and get out of the hotel by blocking the door. Kenichi takes him to his restaurant and cooks him a grand meal. The both of them reconcile for their past fight and Akira comes up with a new thing in his bucket list. He wants to become a hero and save everyone. The both of them decide to head off to the aquarium where they've built a suit to even block shark attacks, hence keeping them safe from the bites of zombies. Early next morning, the both of them set off on their journey. As they stop to collect supplies, a bus carrying innocent people crashes into traffic. They try to run away but most of them get bitten by the zombies. Akira manages to guide two women and the bus driver to safety. Just as he's about to get in, he spots Shizuka about to be mauled by a large group of zombies and aids her too. The bus driver apologizes but hides the fact that he's been bitten. As they all share a few drinks together, Akira is nervous as he's never been with a woman before. The bus driver passes out and both the women come onto Kenichi and they move away from some privacy, leaving Akira alone. When Shizuka approaches him, she claims his way of saving others is dumb as people need to take care of themselves in such a situation. The bus driver suddenly turns into a zombie and starts attacking the two. They both take shelter but the zombie interferes with the threesome and infects the two women. Hearing Kenichi's screams, Akira decides to help but Shizuka abandons him. Unfortunately for her, all three zombies come after her. She tries her best to fight them off but isn't able to. Kenichi and Akira are about to escape, but decide to help out the woman. They distract the zombies with fireworks and they all get out of there in one piece. They get on a caravan and head off to the aquarium where they are supposed to be safe due to an infinite food source. Akira starts to understand why it's important to stick together but still acts like a total bee in front of the others. On the way to the aquarium, they decide to cut off more items from the bucket list. They get on paddleboards and do some yoga and even go paragliding together. Shizuka finally seems to be enjoying and opening up to the others. They set up camp for the night, light some more fireworks and have the time of their lives. As they keep traveling, they come across a hot spring where they all enjoy a fascinating view. Shizuka finally thanks the men for all their help and it looks like she's starting to have feelings for Akira. On day 10, they finally made it to the aquarium. As they get there, a punctured tire causes them to crash. Akira passes out and wakes up to the face of his old boss, Kasugi. He shows Akira around the camp and it was apparently his idea to start it due to the infinite food supply. There, Akira runs into the pregnant couple from his building and is glad that they are okay. Kasugi is still an asshole and runs the camp how he pleases without any regards to the people living there. He convinces Akira to stay back with his friends and follow him as that is their best chance for survival. Akira is made to serve them good food while his friends and the others have to survive on basic food supplies. Kenichi tries to convince him to leave, but Akira is back to his old self as he's concerned about his friend's well-being. A few days go by, and on a supply run, one zombie gets into the truck. On entering the facility, the zombie infects the remaining folks and the infection starts to spread. Looking at Kasugi mistreating Akira, Shizuka also tries to convince him to leave. A fight breaks loose and Akira finally realizes that living a life that way isn't worth living. A few zombies fall into the fish tank and are consumed by a great white shark. As they argue, the zombies invade the premises and all of them run to safety. Kasugi betrays his team and escapes from there. While trying to find a safe place, they come across Kasugi and threaten him, but just then, the infected shark jumps out of its tank. The infected people get their legs out of the shark's stomach and start hunting people down one by one. All the people hide in a chamber and await further instructions. Akira, being a hero, decides to go out and save his boss even though he was being an asshole. He puts on the protective suit and rushes out. Just before the shark is about to eat Kasugi, Akira swings in and distracts the shark. Kenichi uses a truck to smash the zombie shark into the wall and they try to escape the harrowing attack. More zombies infiltrate the place and Akira fights them off but isn't able to take them all on. They try to bite on his flesh but they are unable to pierce through his suit. Shizuka comes in with 2 megaphones and with her amazing moves distracts the zombies, making them all fall into the pool. Kenichi climbs through the wall and gets the shark stuck there but it can't hold it for very long. Just before the zombie shark could consume Kasugi, Akira intervenes and fights off the shark. It swirls him around like a piece of toothpick while the others come up with an idea. Shizuka ties 2 batteries together and tosses it to Akira, claiming that if his metal suit acts like a conductor, it should fry the shark's brain. Akira punches the shark's nose which stuns the creature and shuts it down for good. The movie ends as we watch the remaining survivors pack up their essentials and leave the camp for good. Kasugi begs them to stay back and even offers Akira to be the new leader, but they decide it's a better life out there on the road. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a great day.